I will be taking you through a Theraband workout targeting your glutes and your hip stabilizing muscles. So if you have one of these little round Therabands, that's great to use. If not, you can always use a normal long Theraband, and I would just tie it around, you can go above your knees, it will be best for this one. So I'm going to use my round one, and I'm going to pop it on, and we're going to start lying on your back. Now if you can get these things to stay flat, that's great, but sometimes they do tend to roll a lot, so just be mindful, that's okay. Get it up a little bit higher, and we're going to start lying down on your back. Starting off with some bridges. So we don't want your heels too close to your bum because that will apply a lot of pressure on your knees. So roughly 45 degrees. The further your feet are away, it will target your hamstrings more, so keep that in mind. Starting down, hands by your side, and we're going to take it into some bridges. But I want you to keep tension on the band the entire time. So we're going to start by going up. So in a neutral bridge, we lift straight up and down. Keep connection through the Theraband and feel that the heels are pressing downwards into the floor, but all 10 toes stay connected with the mat. We don't want to over-flare through our front ribs, so just stay nice and supported there. Last 2 and 1. Now, on the next one, we're going to come up and we're going to hold. So we lift up into our bridge and hold. This time the bands are going out, or the knees are going to press outwards into the band. So we're going to open and close. So I'm staying lifted in my bridge position, but I'm working my lateral hips, so my abductors, as I'm pressing out into the band. And 2 and 1. Come all the way down. All right, let's roll onto your side. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, you can be up here in a supported position. I'm going to come down and rest though on my head, on my arm. If that's not comfortable, please use a small towel or a pillow underneath there to support your neck. Knees are bent, and I always like to think heels in line with my bum and in line with my shoulders. Lengthen that top waist so that bottom waist isn't being squished into the floor. We have the heels together and we open. Now we want to open the knees but without rolling the pelvis backwards. So the pelvis has to stay nice and still. We are working our glute med on top of our hip here. And last one. Now you can just continue with that. Otherwise, I want you to sort of pivot. So that the feet hover in the air, you're pushing down onto that bottom knee, you've got length in that top waist, and we go again from here. Last 2 and 1. Come down with control, and we'll straighten the legs. Have the legs out straight, and maybe you can just see your tippy toes, fingertip on the ground if you need to, otherwise hand on your waist, and we lift and lower. I'm going to slightly turn my toe towards the ceiling. That tends to target my glute a little bit more. If it targets your hip flexor too much, I want you to play around. Do you work in neutral or do you come into slight external rotation? What targets your glute the best? And we're going to stay up there, hold, tiny little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1, come down with control. Give it a tap if you need it. I'm going to flip over and do the other side. So again, if you want to be up on your elbow for more of a challenge, go for it. Heels, bum, shoulders in a nice straight line. Arm is supporting the head. Top waist is lengthened, and we go from here. And it's not uncommon to feel that one side might be stronger than the other. You might just need a little bit more work on one side. Even here, you might start to feel that bottom glute burn as well. And that's okay, because you've already worked that side. All right, lift the feet. Keep that length through that top waist though, as we continue. If it's starting to burn, just smile. It helps you get through it a little bit easier. Doesn't really, but you know. And 2, and 1. Good. Lower down, straighten those legs. I can already feel which side is my weaker side. Legs out long, maybe you can see your tippy toes, and then we lift. Again, if you need that slight turn out on this side, go for it. Lovely. All right. Oh, we haven't finished. We're going to hold at the top and we're going to do little tiny pulses. And lowering down. Nearly got away with it. All right. Flip onto your stomach. So from here, I am starting with my legs slightly apart. They're not completely together. So I'm starting with a small amount of tension already on the band. We want to focus on engaging your core so that you don't shear through your lower back. So our focus is core and glutes and hamstrings. From here, we're going to inhale. We gently engage the core. We engage the legs as we float both legs in the air. Now from here, we open, come back and lower. Up, open, close, down. Up, open, close, down. Continue with that. Rest your head on your hands. Just relax through the upper body, keeping that core gently engaged just to support that lower back. Up. Now here, hold, keep those glutes engaged, open out the legs, and we do tiny little pulses, outwards, pulse, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Come all the way in, carefully lower down. Push up into your quadruped position so that you're in a kneeling position, hands under the shoulders. You're pressing the floor away from you. So this is a lot you have to think about. You have to engage your upper body, engage your core so that we don't just sag, and we're going to work your glutes. So we're coming into hip extension. So from here, I'm now going to push out and up and come back in. I like to think that my heel is pressing towards the ceiling, so I'm engaging my glute, but I don't want to arch that lower back, that part there. We want to keep the core nice and supported. Keep going. And 2, and 1. Good. Now we swap to the other side. I also want you to focus that you don't sway your hip away from you. So that supporting leg still has to be stable as well. All right, and other side. So we're going out and up. And 2, and 1. Good. And give those glutes a little tap, and then you are all done. That's a nice little workout to get your glutes firing, and it's really great if you're starting to be a little bit more active, going for a walk or a run around the lake. Make sure you do these activational exercises before you go out and about. All right, enjoy.